My name is Adrian Jensen from ProductionCrate.com, and for the past 5 years, it has been my job to provide you creators with educational and entertaining After Effects content, and frankly, it's exhausting. I gotta come up with a new idea every week. Are you gonna like it? Am I gonna be able to do it? Are we ever gonna have more subscribers than Film Learning? There's gotta be a better way. I collected every script from every tutorial that we've made in the past 2 years, and I fed them to an artificial intelligence called Runway ML. It studied them, it memorized them, it absorbed the collective knowledge and personality of Chris, Nico, and myself, and it gave us a brand new script for a brand new tutorial that you would be hard-pressed to know was not written by a human being. Everything you're about to hear us say was generated by artificial intelligence. Is this the way of the future? Is my job in danger? Let's find out right now. Hey creators, you can make them any color you want. Crate's Red Giant Sea. Here's a red one, I guess you could say. We decided to make a front and a back for this one, and we colored them with some orange slime. You could totally make this any color you want. If you want to see a cool explosion like we did with this, check out our black hole video on the same effect. And if you're curious about the colors on this background, it's because we have this color management system built in that will color your background any color it wants. You can color it whatever you want. It's not limited to just red and green because there's also a bunch of other colors that can be used. We just went with these 4 that match our main color palette. We're going to start with this dish on fire effect. There's a ton of tutorials on this site explaining the different effects, but the one that really got me hooked on this shot was this tutorial by Neon Nerd. Basically, we're gonna load this into a new composition and then duplicate it, leaving the name of the composition the same and opening up the new composition window with the new colors. We're gonna fill this in with color, you know, the hues that you use all the time, and we're gonna drag our colors around to get some interesting shapes. And then we're gonna alt-click the start point and type some text. And you can see here that we've got some flaming going on, and around the edges, this is what the fire looks like in the middle. Obviously, we want this to wrap around pretty easily, so let's get some duct tape on it, and let's heat it up real quick. We're gonna open up this overlay and drag out the edges a bit because we're going to be trimming them off later. We'll want to set this point on the wall where the fire starts, and we'll set this point down below it so that when the explosion occurs, it jumps to that spot. Then we'll just play with these settings until we get the shape that we're looking for. And then we'll set this motion vector down below the fire, and this will control the motion of the explosion itself. And this is just so we could get the exact motion of the fireball, and any other effects that has a rotational direction, we can use this to control. So this is what the explosion looks like. It's actually pretty hard to get a sense for just by looking at it, but once we have that in mind, we can go ahead and doodle. Let's add a new solid and let's just make it black since we don't want any outlines at all. Let's just pre-compose it since we're going to be using it a lot. And then we need to make a new solid with a gradient on it, and let's just use the Crate's heat mapping plugin to color this stupidly. We want this solid to be super shiny, and we can do that by putting a solid composite in the effect layer and then just adding lots of glazes on top. But we don't have to do that. We can still use the Crate's heat mapping plugin to color it this awesome pale yellow color. Whoa. This is gonna be our emitter, so let's set that up right now. This is gonna be our spawn point, this is our position, this is our Z position, this is our velocity, and our Y position is this 0. Now we just wanna go ahead and pre-compose everything. We're gonna open up our color management window, and we can just go ahead and select our emitter composition. And we can see our emitter is actually doing very well. The color is actually a bit too yellow for our taste, but we can change it if we need to. We're gonna move it down to where the flame is going to be, and we'll tint it this cool pinkish color. And we can see that this is actually blowing away pretty fast. So let's turn up the opacity of the layer a bit. And now we can see what our other settings are. We can change the emitter size to be at least 3, and then just go ahead and pre-compose everything else as well. Now, this looks like it's kind of going to blow away, but there's a little friction here and there. And if if we just move this slowly, it should kind of settle down. But if we push too hard, it will break. Let's just push this little bit of friction up, and hopefully that's gonna help. And we can also use this as an alpha matte.
Alpha matte!
To color this solid black and make it glow a pale yellowish color.
Now this is just an idea. Let's add a new solid and apply a glow effect, and let's turn the intensity down to about 100, and we can push this layer up a little and see if that helps.
If it helps, we can put a glow layer on top of this one that is also an overlay, and we can see if this helps as well. If it does, we can put it on top of the explosion itself, and we can color this glow pink as well.
This is gonna be our emitter. Let's set it up now. This is our emitter size. This is our Z position. This is our velocity. This is our emitter. This is our velocity with glow. This is our emitter opacity. This is our glow amount. This is our emitter size. This is our Z position. This is our emitter size with glow. This is our emitter opacity. This is our Z position with glow. This is our emitter size. This is our Z size. This is our Z position with glow. This is our emitter opacity with glow. This is our Z size. This is our emitter size with glow. This is our Z size. This is our Z size. This is our emitter size with glow. This is our emitter size with glow. This is our Z size. This is our emitter size with glow. This is our Z size.